Om Sai Ram and humble pranams from the Sadhana team. In the wake of Satya Sai Baba's passing on the 24th of April 2011, the Satya Sai International Organization celebrates this day as International Human Values Day, with a focus on his clarion call to love all, serve all. On the show today, we highlight some of the work of the organization in South Africa, starting with an inspiring story of faith and love at the Khayelitsha Sai Centre in the Western Cape, and then a focus on Seva in Durban and Johannesburg. During our time in the mother city, our team were inspired with a visit to the Prashanti Lodge in Khayelitsha, named after Sai Baba's Prashanti Nilayam in India. It is the home of Bulelani and Nozibeles Kikiti, and a place of light, love and learning for the local community. In fact, their own journey towards enlightenment is quite an extraordinary one. Let's find out more.
Came to Cape Town, it was in 2001. So we were reading books at the library in Cape Town. Then we finished one shelf and then we started another shelf, and Swami's book was amongst those books. Then we wanted to finish the book. It was like we must finish the book. We were so interested into the book. Then at the end, there was a number of a devotee that was in Durban. So we contacted that devotee. We were new in Cape Town, so we didn't even know where Ireland was. We contacted the devotee and then we went there. We were welcomed. We felt at home.
Before that, we were spiritual seekers. We were going left and right seeking. We decided we must search through the libraries. Maybe we would find something. So we read a lot of books, a lot of spiritual texts as well. And we would go out of our ways to go to places like Rondebosch, or we would go to Belleville. If we finish all the spiritual books in Rondebosch, we would go to Belleville and we would read all the spiritual books in that library. Then we would go to another library again. So it was quite hectic.
It was.
So up until that book, the Sai Baba for Beginners, so we
stopped the quest.
Our quest stopped right there. Over many years, we've been thinking about starting a satsang, firstly for the family, because sometimes it was far for us to travel to Rylands. So we thought maybe we should open something just for the family so that we can have our prayers on Thursdays. So we started like that, but one day we had a talk with Mr. Kavirdaya, and he said, look, it would be advisable if you guys could start the center here. And from there on, we started. And he said it should be started officially and carry all the programs.
They really are guardians and parents to these wonderful children. The activities span from violin lessons to doing homework, to mentorship, to guiding them in any aspect of their life. And the amount of time Sister Nazi and Brother Bulelani give to these children is phenomenal.
Some of the children, they couldn't even sit for 5 minutes still. So we had to start with the meditation at first, and then we could learn. And also the rules. We have to put the code of conduct there so that they could learn it in the community we are in. And the language we are using now is very foreign, everything is foreign, even the discipline and everything. But they are very eager, so they are very fast. So you can say it's fun with this. It is. We got good children. very good children.
We were going to the Science Centre. We took kids, a number of kids, to the Science Centre because we wanted to expose them to what is happening. So we were traveling by train to go to the Science Centre, Cape Town Science Centre. So on the way we saw some guys with the violins. So we asked them, "Hey, are you playing violin?" They said yes. Then she asked them, do you tutor people? Then they said yes, we do that, and this is how much we charge, and so on. So from there on, we consulted them. So I think it's Swami's direction. Everything comes in good time.
One child named Vali, she's staying in front. She even said that she's changed now in the class, she's passing now, because now sometimes if she's got problems in the class, then she will recite a mantra. Even if there is a problem on the street, they will come back to me and say, "Mama, the other child is fighting. We told them there's no non-violence. Swami is teaching us non-violence." So they're learning more the values, they're living the values now.
On a global scale now, the Sai organization is focusing on public outreach, and it entails so much. It's basically where a community can be adopted. And in community, there's the word compassion and unity, and ensuring how all devotees and the whole Sai family can become a part of uplifting the people in the area.
We need to serve our communities. So people need to embark on too much service. Like you see a child that needs to be helped do homework. You're not going to pay a cent, you can help that child. A person who needs to cross the road, you can help that person. So the communities will change.
If people can be shown how to love more and more, then our country would, in an instant actually, our country would change. I would go as far as to say, within a year, our country would change. 360 degrees it will change. When we started these Vedas, Kaveri used to come and explain the benefit of the Vedas. So the kids started to chant the Vedas. So one day I was walking in the street here, and I met one person, an old lady, and she said, "You know, our street has changed. It's more tranquil, it's more peaceful street, the street now." So I thought to myself, look, I must share this news with the kids, because like Kaveri said, that it's going to transform and change and purify the atmosphere within this area. And I think it has done that.
I think these children, they really start the day with love, fill the day with love, end the day with love. In every aspect of their lives, they're able to sort of bring about that message of love, be it with their friends, be it with their family when they go home, be it in their school. And they really become that torch bearers, and that lamp of love is illuminating and radiating in their hearts. And they really are leaders, not just in this community, but I feel for our country one day too.
We come very far. You see, when we came here to this area we live in now, we were basically homeless. So we used to see the stars, me and my wife, when we were sleeping at night. Literally, when at night we could see the stars. So even everybody here in the street, they all know that we were basically homeless. So we used to, like she said, we used to sleep on the way from the satsang. Sometimes we couldn't make it to Khayelitsha. So we used to knock on people's doors and ask if they could give us places to sleep in. But our yearning and our bliss was very, very high, was always very, very high. And our hearts became softer and softer, I think, as the time goes. And we started to feel like maybe some people, even in our areas, could feel the same bliss that we feel. We felt that we wish that we could share this joy that we have with other people as well.
We have a lot of challenges in the country, from illiteracy, unemployment, HIV. But it's also a beautiful opportunity God has given us where we can come together and assist. In a first world, they don't have these challenges, but they've got other challenges. In a developing country like ours, our challenges are on our doorstep. Through Brother Bulelani and Sister Nazi's example, where they've walked the talk and walked this journey, they've understood what it means to go hungry, and they're able to uplift and touch the hearts of people, not from a top-down approach, but from a grassroots level.
Swami says, in order to get the pearls, you have to dive deep into the ocean. If you're standing on the shore, you would say there are no pearls in this ocean. Jesus said that you cannot light a lamp and put it under a table. When you light a lamp, you must put it on top of the table so that it can light up the place for everybody. So if the satsang goes on, it will give more light and more light to people around. So we think satsang is the major thing. Swami Bhagwan Baba is the major thing.
What's your name?